My name is Taylor Wheeler.
Hi, my name is Ivana Adams, and I am a part of the CSIE program at Eastern Michigan University.
Today I'm here at NSF International to interview Darren Schaller and try to get insight on what it's like to be a scientist.
What is your position here at NSF?
I am an associate chemist in the ion chromatography lab and the HPLC lab.
Okay. What school did you go to?
I went to Eastern Michigan University. I went to Washtenaw Community College, Lincoln High School in Ypsilanti, and I'm currently enrolled in Nazarene Bible College in Colorado Springs.
Okay, and what was your major at Eastern, and what is your current major?
There's no major, it's a certificate program at Nazarene Bible College.
Okay.
However, at Eastern I was a chemistry major and a German minor.
Wow. What was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject probably was environmental and industrial chemistry. I really enjoyed that based on real world application, learning about things about the environment and industry.
What would you say was most challenging for you?
German language, because it's not just a test, you gotta remember everything from start to beginning.
Wow. What was your dream job if it wasn't this?
I enjoy my job, but my dream job probably would be the movie announcer guy or a radio host doing voiceover work, that type of thing. Public address announcer.
Was this your long-term goal, or do you wish to accomplish more things in your field?
In the beginning, yes, this was my long-term goal. I love the lab work I do, so that's pretty much it. Working in the chemistry field is a wonderful position.
Okay.
Before you applied, how did you find out about the position at NSF?
There were two ways I found out about the position at NSF. One was through internet search. I went looking for local businesses and I found the position here. But more realistically, a lady in my church who worked here, I found out she worked here, and through her I was able to get an interview.
Okay. And how was the hiring process for you?
The hiring process was long. We had I had several interviews the first time I interviewed with the hiring manager, a technical supervisor, and the director of the chemistry department. After that, there was a second round of interviews, and that was with the vice president and the director, I believe, again. And then I had to wait a few more weeks before I even heard back.
And what is a day like for you here at work?
Oh, it's quite fun. I normally get here in the morning and I'll check my runs, see how things worked overnight. I will check on any emails, that type of thing, from what my boss might have emailed me or coworkers. After that, I'm normally getting my standards ready for all of my instrumentation and making my runs. Towards the end of the day, I will normally write up the data before and work on other paperwork and documents.
Okay, and who does your job benefit?
Oh, my job benefits the whole community and the nation at large. We do a lot of sanitation testing for drinking water, potable water, things that may touch anything that people may drink. Also, we do physical testing in the engineering lab. I also do testing for filters, whether it's a municipal system that cleans and treats the water for a whole city, or the little pour-through filters that people use in their refrigerators to the filters they put on their taps.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best part about your job?
The best part of my job is lab day is every day. I'm not stuck in front of a desk all day. I get to work with chemicals, and I really get to work with a lot of great people, a lot of great scientists, even great bosses.
What is the worst part?
The worst part is all the fun paperwork and documentation that keeps me away from doing actual production work.
What is the most challenging part of your job?
The challenging part is keeping up on that documentation. I'm personally good at production work, getting samples in and out the door. I like to call myself a sample slinger, to borrow from somebody else's words, but sample slinger, and it's just really getting the extra paperwork and all that documentation done.
What are the common misconceptions about your job?
Most people think that as a scientist or a chemist that it's a lot of fun and that I'm doing all kinds of research. the biggest misconception is that I'm always researching, doing new things, where I'm really a production lab and I'm putting samples through. There are a lot of businesses that need things certified, and that's what we do. Most things you get down to repetitive motion, you write a standard operating procedure so that someone else could do it if you get hit by a meteorite or something. And it's a lot of production work as opposed to research.
In your opinion, what are your personality traits that you would associate with a successful person in your field?
Depending on which part of my field, some people are very creative, and that works well for them. But you really need an ability to focus, to be detail-oriented, and have a high standard of morals or ethics, because there are ways to interpret the data, ways to interpret things that can be misconstrued, or ways to cheat, and you really can't do that, and it will show up in an audit. You can really lose certifications, you can lose your job. So a lot of focus, integrity. You gotta like the sciences, lots of math. Some people call us nerds. We call ourselves nerds.
How would you like to further your career?
I'm not a big career ladder person, just my type of personality and my faith. This is my place to be a light to those around me. So for me to further my career, I'm not really looking to do that. I enjoy my job and I see the benefits, as opposed to looking at climbing up the ladder, looking at more responsibilities. So
Understandable.
there are avenues to do that though, and we have an ability to do that here.
What advice do you have for people who are considering entering into this field?
If you're going to enter into this field, I would say you need to look at getting on instrumentation while you're in college. Learn how to do the different types of instrumentation, whether it's IR, photospectrometry, whether it's HPLC or ion chromatography. Do the research, look to get in on the instruments and to learn the software while you're in college. And that will hopefully maybe get into an internship or a chance to work in the field to get a foot in the door.
Okay. And would you recommend someone to apply at NSF?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great place to work. There's a lot of great people, and one of the nice things at NSF here is that we're trying to protect the public health and safety. We're not making things, but we're making sure that the people that do make things make them safely. So we're not trying to undercut and see how much stuff we can dump in a river, or how much we can pollute the land, or what we can get away with. But instead, we're trying to make sure that we make a positive impact on our community and the environment. And that's a really good thing to do. And it's a good feeling that you're making an impact on that community.
And to go along with that, would you recommend them to work in the specific lab that you do?
Yeah. The HPLC, there's a lot of opportunities in HPLC. Ion chromatography is what I personally do. The instrumentation seems to be very finicky. But the people that I work with and the bosses that I've had have been wonderful. And I work with really great matrices. I'm not working with wastewater, but I'm working with mostly bottled water or drinking water. So it's really clean, doesn't stink. And it's a generally an easy matrice with great people to work with.
And would you ever like to work at a different lab here, or do you just love the one that you're in?
Well, I've worked at a couple different labs within the company. I've worked in the exposures lab and the extractions lab, and now I'm in the ion chromatography HPLC lab. Who knows where I'm going to be? I like HPLC and I like IC. Outside of NSF, it might be interesting to see how other labs work, but I'm sure I would like this way better. You're normally trading one set of problems for a bigger set.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.